Siblings, a tale of love and growth. Once upon a time, in a small, peaceful village surrounded by lush green fields and clear rivers, there lived two siblings named William and Emily. William was the elder by 3 years and was known for his calm, patient nature. Emily, on the other hand, was lively and curious, always asking questions and challenging the norms. The two of them were inseparable during their childhood. They would spend their days exploring the countryside, catching fish in the river, climbing trees, and dreaming of the future. William was always the protective brother, making sure that Emily never ventured too far or did anything dangerous. Emily, meanwhile, adored her brother and always looked to him for guidance and comfort. Despite their occasional squabbles, the bond between them was strong. Their parents often reminded them of the importance of looking out for each other, saying, "The world can be tough, but if you two stick together, you'll always find your way." As they grew older, life began to change. William, now a young man, was focused on helping his father in the fields and learning the ways of the land, preparing himself to take over the family farm one day. Emily, still full of dreams, wanted something different. She wasn't content with the quiet village life and dreamed of seeing the world beyond the fields and rivers. This created a rift between the siblings. William couldn't understand why Emily would want to leave their home, and Emily felt that William was holding her back from her dreams. Their once strong bonds started to weaken as they began to drift apart. They argued frequently, with William insisting that she stay and Emily pushing back, telling him he didn't understand her aspirations. Their parents tried to mediate, reminding them of the love they shared as children, but the tension between them grew stronger with time. William, out of fear of losing his sister, became overbearing, while Emily, feeling suffocated, withdrew even further. One day, Emily made the difficult decision to leave the village and pursue her dreams. She was determined to see the world, to experience new things, and to find her own path. With a heavy heart, she packed her belongings and prepared to say goodbye to her family. William, feeling betrayed and hurt, refused to speak to her. He couldn't understand why she would abandon their home and the life they had known. On the day of her departure, he didn't come to see her off, and Emily left the village with a mix of excitement and sadness in her heart. The years passed, and while Emily traveled to distant lands, met new people, and lived the life she had always dreamed of, she couldn't shake the feeling of emptiness that came from the estrangement with her brother. She missed their childhood, their closeness, and the sense of security that William had always provided. Years later, Emily returned to the village, having achieved much of what she had set out to do. She had seen the world, but in doing so, she realized that the world she truly longed for was the one she had left behind. She knew that mending her relationship with William wouldn't be easy, but she was determined to try. When she arrived home, she found that William had taken over the family farm and had grown into a strong, wise man. He had never left the village, but his life, too, had changed. He had learned that love means letting go, and over the years, he had come to understand why Emily had felt the need to leave. When they finally saw each other, there were no words at first, just silence, followed by tears. They embraced, and in that moment, all the anger and hurt of the past seemed to fade away. They realized that no matter how different their paths had been, they were still siblings, bound by a love that time and distance could never break. From that day on, they worked to rebuild their relationship, realizing that family is not just about being physically close, but about understanding and supporting each other's dreams, even when those dreams lead down different roads.